If you work as a B2B salesperson and struggle to meet your quotas because customers are not so willing to meet you as they used to be, this video is for you. In this material, I'm gonna show you 3 most persistent challenges sales departments need to face, and I'll answer the question why sales is becoming so challenging nowadays. The most significant challenge salespeople face nowadays is their shrinking role in the buying process. The seller is involved in the customer's purchasing process later and later, and as a result, salespeople struggle to find reason to contact the customer. And arranging meetings is increasingly more difficult. And that's why B2B sales is becoming a hard nut to crack. But first, let's think about the past and analyze how buyers started their buying process a few years ago. Well, the customer's first step was contacting the salesperson. It was only during the meetings that customers were able to compare products and services. They also asked questions that could push the buying process forward. I remember the early 2000s when I started my sales experience as a telemarketer. I was responsible for arranging meetings with B2B customers. Fixing a meeting seemed like a piece of cake those days. It was enough to give a value proposition and suggest 2 different dates to choose from. Non-binding meeting, that was the key. In the past, the salesperson was a crucial part of the buying process. Nowadays, it's not so easy, and we have 3 reasons why. The first one, the majority of B2B purchase decisions are now made online. Customers have unlimited access to the internet. They can choose where they search for information, and in most cases, they prefer to do it online. According to Forrester from 2017, 68% of B2B customers prefer to research independently online. So they ask the same questions as they used to ask salespeople at the meetings. However, they no longer ask salespeople but Google. And as a result, B2B buyers spend only 5% of the total purchase journey with the sales rep. And they spend 5 times more time researching online than meeting the salesperson. Gartner says 80% of B2B sales interactions between suppliers and buyers will occur in digital channels by 2025. The customer decides for themselves who to invite and when. As early as in 2017, 60% of B2B clients do not want to contact a salesperson. And now the most recent data. According to the Gartner report from 2021, 43% of buyers expect purchasing processes to happen without the salesperson. In the case of millennials, this share is as high as 54%. And this reluctance to meet salespeople is not only because of the unlimited access to the internet, but also how salespeople have been acting for years. And that leads us to the second challenge that sales reps, especially hunters, face, which is the lack of trust. As salespeople, we were instructed for years and decades that the best sales competences is to push customers. We were supposed to be pushy. Always be closing was a motto that circulated among salespeople. I took part in many recruitment processes when the company searched for someone really into sales. The rule was simple: if they don't let you through the door, come in through the window. And that's why now we have a trust crisis. A question arises: why were these methods effective in the past? They did well in the past because customers didn't have a choice. The client did not have access to so much information online, so the salesperson didn't have to make much effort to deliver value. Today, the sales staff must go the extra mile to reach out to the client. Because today, the client has a choice. And even if this is not how you behave, you probably suffer because of the previous sales school's legacy. And the third challenge, which is problematic not only for hunters but also for farmers, is limited contact with the entire purchasing committee, especially C-suite. The typical buying group for our complex B2B solutions involve 6 to 10 decision makers. And purchasing groups are becoming more and more diversified. New roles appear. We didn't used to have roles such as a transformation director or a security manager. And what does it mean for salespeople? It's hard to build relationships with all the decision makers. Sales reps have no reason to contact all these roles, especially the most challenging group to influence is the C-suite. At the same time, this group is one of the most relevant for the sales department. To sum up, today's typical B2B buying journey leaves very little surface area for actual selling to sales teams. Sales reps are no longer the channel to customers, but a channel. The question is how salespeople can use LinkedIn to deal with these challenges? You can find the answer in this video. As a bonus, you can download a guidebook Understanding the Buying Process. You can find the link in the description below.